Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober podcast. I am Trevor,
And I'm Taryn.
unfortunately, and we're coming at you live.
Whoa, that just smell just wafted over.
Yeah, that's why we call it the
man,
Surprisingly Sober podcast.
That's a boozy one. My God.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Burnside Distillery, Bourbon, Goose Hollow Reserve. It's not brought to you by that, but I wish it fucking was. Make my life a lot easier and cheaper. Can we get sponsored by alcohol? That's what this whole podcast is about.
I mean, like, if Ritual Zero Proof wants to start sponsoring too, so that I can, like, be like, hey, I don't drink.
Or just Red Bull or Rockstar sponsor you, because that's your part of it. You know, look at the logo, Taryn. So, this is where we just talk shit and...
get hit.
Yeah. We say that a lot. I say that a lot.
Yeah, you do. It's okay because I find it funny. If I didn't find it funny, I'd be like, fucking stop.
We just talk. We're two best friends just living it up.
Yeah.
Living La Vida Loca. We're the Bad Girls Club.
We are the Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, this is our burn book.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Amanda Seyfried is so hot.
Dude, I love her. She needs to be in the MCU. Is she in the MCU? I feel like everyone's like shown up at least.
Amanda Seyfried?
Yeah.
I don't think she's been in a Marvel movie yet.
I don't think so. I don't know, man. Anyway, Marvel series just came to an end recently. That was really
You want to talk about WandaVision?
Do you want to talk about WandaVision?
Let's talk about it, because anyone who's going to listen to this has already seen it. And everyone else does podcasts about it, so...
Yeah.
They're literally
like,
just...
they put the weak white vision was the... big post-credit scene.
Last week.
Literally every YouTube video about it had him in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And it's just like, go fuck yourselves. You are
that
a
was
bunch
a spoiler.
of fucking assholes.
That was a major spoiler.
Like, what day did the episodes come out? Friday?
They come out Thursday night at midnight.
Yeah.
So Friday morning.
Yeah. So, like, every video on Friday had it. And it's like, dude, maybe I had to fucking work. Maybe I work a 9 to 5.
Well, like, I work a 9 to 5 and...
But you just are a self-hating person.
And I stayed up.
Stayed up late to
But that was
watch
only
it
for
with me.
that was only for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Something before we get on the topic of WandaVision that I really want to talk about is you left your light in your bedroom on today. And so I'm walking by your room to get to my room, and I see the lights on, and just like naturally, you know, like you see a light on, you look over, and I don't know what's in your bed right now, but it definitely like...
Oh, God, I know what you're talking about.
It definitely looks like you're laying in your bed right now, because like the blanket's covering it. It's
So-
kind of like to one side. No, I'm saying my piece. So it's like to the left of the bed, and it's laying there. And I knew it wasn't you because I came through the garage.
So you knew I was gone?
Yes, I knew you were gone. I was like, I really wanted to send a picture, like a Snapchat of this to him, and just be like, man, I really want to fucking come in there and clap those cheeks right now. Because, like, it looked like you're all, like, cuddled up in blanket, like, fucking fetal position. And then I was like, wait a second. How do I know he didn't, like, once I left for work, like, bring, like, a girl over? Like, that coworker who wants to bang you.
Which one?
fucking
I'm just
alpha
kidding.
chat over here.
No.
Jesus.
I don't even want to bang me.
I mean, I don't want to bang me either, but I still think women want it.
Okay, Bart Kreischer.
Okay, I'm definitely better looking than Bert.
We'll talk about that in a second.
I'm a 6.
We'll talk about that in a second, but I want to
WandaVision.
clarify. No, I want to clarify
What's in your bed?
what's in my bed. So
I just thought it was pillows.
I'm the type of it is pillows.
Okay.
I'm the type of person who likes to have like a knee pillow, you know?
Like one between your knees?
Yeah, one between my knees.
because your big fucking balls getting in the way.
I don't like my knees touching.
I don't even know how I sleep. I'm
You just pass out.
I'm a sprawled individual.
Apparently, you have hyperhidrosis. It sounds like when you sleep, you sweat.
Oh yeah, I do. That is
This is what you've told me.
That is a complaint I get a lot. Yeah.
But anyway, so I usually like to make my bed every morning because coming home, it makes it like way nicer and like, oh, my bed's made. And you can just like, oh, it's so nice. So I made my bed last night before I like made it sure it was all nice, and I was sleeping in it, and it wasn't like that messed up, and I didn't really like want to like pull the pillows out and put them at the head of the bed from down by my legs. So I just threw the covers over them, knowing that the pillow was there for when I came back to go to sleep the next night. Because I knew that it was Saturday, and that's where I come home and immediately start drinking, and we do the podcast. So I knew that I'm going to stumble into bed.
I knew I was gonna fucking booze, and I just wanted to put this fucking thing between my legs.
Yeah.
Do you have an anime waifu pillow?
I fucking wish.
What character would you get?
Well, I would get like an American character, like someone that I know. I don't know any.
Like Wanda Maximoff, which brings us to WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision. Yeah, let's go.
So, show came
I
to
do
an
like
end.
redheads. I do like redheads. So,
Dude, who doesn't? That's like, for some reason...
the English, they hate redheads.
It's because they're white, but it's like the one, like, subset of, like, people that you can fetishize. Of, like, just they're born looking that way. Like, you can't fetishize black people. You can't fetishize Asians.
People do.
People do, but
you
it's not
shouldn't.
okay. But you can fetishize redheads. They're white. It's chill. But, like, fetishizing blondes, that's a little too, 1930s.
That's just normal. Everyone does that. I hate blondes, and that's coming from someone who is blonde and seems to only ever date blondes.
I pretty much date pale girls with dark brown hair.
You like fat ass goth girls.
Oh yeah, I do.
You like girls that just look like you.
Yeah.
But anyway,
WandaVision, dude. Like when I see a goth girl with a fat ass, I'm like Tim the Toolman Taylor,
WandaVision.
Yeah. So the show came to an end. I loved it, and a lot of people are unhappy about it. And I want to talk about that.
I see why people are unhappy because they put their own fucking expectations on it. If this was a movie, you go into it and you're like, you don't have time to think. But they're giving us 6 days to think about it.
Yeah.
7 days to think about it.
Yeah.
Between each episode. And fucking theories go wild and crazy. And they're just, they're the same as conspiracy theories. They're the same.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they are. They're just not rioting and attacking the Capitol building level of crazy.
Like, people's expectations going into this was like going into Christmas and being like, oh, I just turned 16. It's my first Christmas at 16. My parents are going to get me a Corvette. And then they get you a Mustang. And you're just like, Mom and Dad hate me.
And you still got a fucking Mustang.
That is the level of fucking entitlement that Marvel fans have.
Yes. But, and at first I was kind of like, oh, they, with the whole Pietro thing, I'm still salty about that.
Yeah, that is the one big hang up I have. I'm okay with no bigger villain than Agatha. It was just Agatha all along. And
well, it was Wanda all along.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, Agatha was the only villain at hand. Like, there was no Nightmare, no Mephisto, no
that we know of yet.
No, it came to a close.
Yes and no. There's still a lot of unopened answers.
Wanda has that book now.
What did the Nexus commercial thing mean? The Nexus depression.
Dude, what did the fucking yogurt commercial mean? Like, I understand it was like not having like enough strength to the power yogurt.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, I interpret it as like you have the power, but you don't like have the strength to like use it to save yourself.
The Nexus thing was too on the nose though. Yeah, that's the Nexus.
That was just a nice boop.
Who doesn't love a good boop? But the Pietro thing is the only thing that I'm salty about.
I think they're gonna 86 that, and it's going to I think it's gonna get retconned in a way where they're gonna be like, haha, we got you all along.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think a double fake out was the right move. All right, we're gonna do Mysterio from the multiverse, and like we all went to that movie knowing Mysterio's a fraud. Like if you're a comic book fan, you know his whole shtick is that he doesn't actually have powers. He just uses visual effects to make people think he has powers,
which is impressive.
Yeah, that basically he has as much powers as Iron Man. So you using technology in his brains to beat people.
Yeah, no, the Mephisto thing, or not Mephisto, the Mysterio thing in Spider-Man was fucking amazing the way they did that. But the multiverse fake.
But they were like, "Oh, I'm from the multiverse. I'm from Earth, not your Earth." And then
Earth
they
616.
threw it out. But that was like the layup to be like, "Hey guys, multiverse, it's coming." And then they bring in a character from a different universe, the X-Men. And then they're like, "Oh no, this is Ralph Boner."
Which I didn't like. Oh, that just seemed like way too easy.
Also,
of a joke.
I feel like Quicksilver giving himself the last name Boner is so character accurate. So I think he's real. I think he was brought into this reality and he just like
assumed an identity.
I think Agatha brought him in. And like he's trying to figure shit out. Or maybe she wiped his memory and then put the necklace thing on him to control him or whatever. I don't know. I just don't think he's actually fake. Like, it's just too, like, I don't know.
It was way and there is a multiverse because we know Doctor Strange 2 is Multiverse of Madness. So, I don't know. But with the people who are disappointed, I think you had really high expectations. But look at this is the beginning of Phase 4. This is the first installment of Phase 4.
Well,
but think about all the other beginning phase movies. Iron Man 1, that at the end set up Avengers with the post-credit scene, but it was just a story about Iron Man. This was just a story about Wanda, and it set up a shit ton, though.
Yeah, like the ending with the post-credit scene where the Skrull shows up. That's setting up more Marvel.
That's setting up Secret Invasion.
But people are like also like, well, this is the first movie of the next saga. We got the Infinity Saga. Yes. Now we're starting a new. And they want, like, the Infinity Saga was 10 years long. Mm-hmm. That was 10 years of Marvel content. They want, like, basically to skip to, like, year 6 or 7 in one show.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah. 100%.
100%.
They just want to...
Fuck Bert Kreischer.
They want to get to Act 2. Like... They just want to be like, no, we don't want any more like plot development or setup. Let's get the ball rolling.
Let's not call it Phase 4. Let's call it Phase 1.
Yeah.
Because while it is Phase 4, it's Phase 1.
Yeah.
Of a new saga.
It's Saga 2 Phase 1.
Saga 2 Phase 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
This is Part B, subsection 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm so glad Paul Bettany's still going to be in it. I love him because that fake out though with the cameo being himself will go down in history.
That is the greatest troll moment I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god, dude! Marvel needs to pay him more just for how he can keep secrets. Snitches end up in ditches. That is his saying. He is amazing. I love Paul Bettany. I'm so glad because, dude. You know how many times when I was like fucking 18, 19 years old and then I was like, I want Jarvis on my fucking phone and I was like trying to like put like the there's ways you can do it, who have it. I love his voice. His voice is so great. That scene where him and Vision and White Vision are talking and they're doing that ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
Which is an actual philosophical question.
Yeah, if you replace every board, is it still the same ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even if you restore it, is it still the same ship? Yeah. Because it's not the boards that Theseus touched.
Yeah.
You know, that he didn't put it together then.
Yeah.
So is it still...
Speaking of which, it's the same ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you replace it, then it's not the same ship.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, once you replace every board on the ship, it's still the same ship. If you replace one board at a time, because it's still the same thing. Okay, so here's my argument.
We're gonna do a philosophical argument now.
Human cells last about 14 years.
I thought it was 7.
I don't remember. Are you not Trevor anymore because your cells died and replaced?
So you're saying the new cells become you?
Yeah. The new boards become the ship.
I can agree with that.
All right, say there's 40,000 fucking boards on this ship. You don't replace all 40,000 at once. Boards 2, 18, and 97 are shit, so you replace them. Now boards 4, 137, and 1346 are shit, so then you replace them. And you eventually get back to where they're all replaced. Because you did it slowly, it's still the same ship. Like if you just dismantled it and rebuilt it out of new boards.
But
yeah.
This is how you look at it. This is like a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of a thing. It's how you look at it. It's how you view it, because a lot of people say, look, you're not the same person that you were 7 or 14 years ago, whatever it is, because all your cells are different now. All your cells are new. And do you ever look back at yourself 10 years ago and be like, that was me? I do.
I more so look at it like, look at the changes I've made to turn me into the person I am now. So like it's still
you look at it in an evolutionary aspect.
Well, it's like, how did I affect me over time?
Mm-hmm.
So like my decisions turned me into me. So it's still all me.
Yes.
It's just like, yeah, that person had different thoughts and opinions and like ways of thinking, sure, but it's still me. Like I'm the one who.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. It's just like, it's just all depends on how someone looks at it, because everyone's got a different point of view.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought that scene was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Also, not what I expected of the Vision fight.
Yeah.
But how Vision is that though?
Yeah.
To have a philosophical argument.
Well, I mean, when you are the entity of the Mind Stone, I feel like a philosophical argument is all you can have.
That's the fight though itself was fucking awesome, with them phasing in and out of each other.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was so cool.
But do you know what I don't understand?
What?
Why not just stay permanently phased while the other dude swings at you?
Well, because you got to fight back.
Yeah, it's just like, let him tire himself out. I don't think he can. He's a synthezoid. But like, let him get a few blows in and be like, oh, okay, he's not fighting.
Yeah, let him
and then catch him off guard.
Let him tucker himself out.
Yeah,
the fucking robot.
Yeah, he's got to recharge at some point. What is he, solar?
He's running off an Infinity Stone, so
not anymore.
Well, he's running off of the power of the Infinity Stone, which I'm sure will last better than a fucking arc reactor.
No, both of them were running off of Wanda magic.
Yeah, the power of an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, but like it's hers now. Like she was already the Scarlet Witch, according to the plot.
Yeah, she was always.
She was already Witch. Magic. It just her up.
I like the way that it's set up, and I'm excited to see. So this is okay. So I was actually reading in an article about the philosophy of the MCU and how that ship argument wasn't the first time that this like philosophy has been introduced in the MCU. Because look at the stark differences between. I didn't mean to say that, between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
How they both wanted to do the best thing, but they both had different ways to do it.
You mean the entire plot of Civil War?
No, yes, exactly. No, that's the thing is Civil War. Steve Rogers wanted to do the right thing in the line of duty.
He knows he's like has the best moral compass, so I'm not going to wait for a politician to tell me it's okay.
Yes and no.
That was Steve Rogers' like approach, basically.
Yes. Well, no. That was actually more Thor. Thor believed more in his conscience.
Well, Thor wasn't a part of it.
No. I know he wasn't a part of Civil War, but they were talking about the three, because Thor, he's like, I'm going to do what I think is best because I trust myself so much. Steve Rogers, there's this even before he became Captain America, he's like, all those guys are in in Europe right now laying down their lives for a cause they believe in.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
That sort of a thinking. Like
Yeah.
he's willing to
Put his life on the line for the greater good.
for the greater good. Yeah, and willing for other people to do it as well.
Yeah.
Tony was willing.
Government shill.
I was Team Tony, so
Team Cap.
Team Iron Man.
I
I just
mean,
like
like
Iron Man
being
more.
Team Iron Man is also Team Hayward. So, whose side are you on?
No, because I trusted Tony. I feel like Tony could do the right thing.
But he was giving the power to the government. He wasn't giving the power to himself.
I feel like Tony though was in the position for himself. He knowing that the government would rely on him. So it's kind of like I know that I can if I like yes government I will the government would put him in charge, Cuz
I don't think they would.
I don't know.
He's too
I can
reckless.
see both sides, and that's why I hate myself. Is because I fucking hate arguing. Because
Like-
I can see both sides of an argument, and it makes it really hard to choose. I agree with how Cap does things. I liked it, but also I see why there does need to be accountability.
Well,
which
I
is
mean,
what
like,
Iron Man's thing was.
it's the same exact thing as Batman versus Superman, which you hate, where Superman is Cap in this situation and Batman's Tony. Cap just does what he wants whenever he wants because he knows it's the right thing. Well, Batman's like, you can't do that. That's wrong. Martha!
Yeah.
So basically, you're Team Martha.
God damn it. That's the one reason I hate that movie. That's the one reason I hate that movie, too. God. Ben Affleck is not even the best Batman.
Dude, not even close. What? Like, he's not even
People
into-
say that he is good. Because people are excited and they're fucking jerking themselves off about the new Batman or the new Justice League movie. Which we really need to temper our expectations based on how everyone's thought about WandaVision.
No,
And
see,
that Zack Snyder, if you look at Zack Snyder's like record, he's a good director, but he hasn't like made like
a good, like a
he
great
did
movie.
he did like zombie movies back
Yeah.
in the early 2000s when they weren't good.
Yeah.
He did
Dawn of the Dead was good, and that was 2000s.
but it was
but
a
that-
remake.
Oh yeah, it was.
Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, the
Yeah.
George Romero movies
Yeah.
from the
We went
70s.
to George R. Martin. Fuck
I
that
almost
guy.
did. We did talk
dude,
about
I
him last
love
time.
Romero. He
Those were
was
some good movies.
visionary.
And they weren't like cheesy.
Yeah.
Like they
and
became.
and it was in an era where like you were like it was just like standard to make ultra cheesy shit, and he was just making good fucking zombie
Yeah.
movies.
But
With like Sarah Michelle Gellar and all that shit. God damn. That woke my childhood up.
do you remember what show? Do you remember Strange Days at Blake Halsey High? That show? You don't remember that?
No.
That's a show that I remember. It was on this fucking channel. It was like a teenage Fringe in a way, is what I would
Okay.
describe it. It was like Fringe and Magic School Bus mixed together because it took place in a school.
Yeah.
And like this school was like had this weird shit, scientific shit would happen at it. And I don't remember it. I remember watching it as a kid and fucking loving it because the main character was this hot redhead. Bringing it back around to redheads.
Fetishizing people at a young age, I see. Proud of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just call this a surprisingly redhead podcast. But and no, I don't have red in my beard. Go fuck yourself.
I was gonna call you Redbeard, but then I knew it was gonna upset you, so I didn't.
Upsetty.
Upsetty spaghetti.
But I remember that Strange Days at Blake Halsey High. I'm gonna find that online and start rewatching
All
it
right.
again.
Anyway, bringing it back to Zachy boy.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
We need to temper our expectations
No,
about Justice League.
I want to set my expectations really high because I don't want to like the movie.
I want to like it though.
Yeah.
I don't want to like it because Jared Leto's in it though,
Yeah.
and he is not our Joker.
Yeah.
We have two other Jokers who are better, and one is dead, so we have to go with Joaquin Phoenix.
We have 3 Jokers who are better. One's Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah,
repping the animated Joker.
yeah.
Dude, have you seen? I think it was in The Killing Joke. It was posted on YouTube, and it.
I've seen a lot of clips of Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Have you seen the one of him telling Batman a joke?
Probably.
Like they're like in a graveyard together, and like
No.
okay, so he's like, so what? You're gonna beat me up and arrest me? And Batman's just like standing there staring at him. He's like, can I at least like tell you a joke first? And like Batman's just kind of staring at him, waiting it, and it's just like this really dumb joke, but just like the way he tells it and the way they both like laugh at the joke.
Batman laughs?
Yeah, Batman laughs. It is like one of the best scenes, and just like the way it fades to black and the Joker's laugh stops, but like the Batman's keeps going. It was just like really creepy setup, and it was just like fucking animated Joker's kind of sketch, man. Like
I've seen clips of Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah.
And
he's a great voice actor.
He is, and his Joker laugh is the best.
Yeah.
Like Joaquin Phoenix's was great.
Yeah.
But there's like a way to do the Joker laugh, and it's great. I don't remember Heath Ledger's, but I just remember Heath Ledger being a great Joker.
Yeah, he just really captured like the chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Just like truly just an entity of chaos.
Yes.
Like dude, I've read so many of the theories about like how he was like, you know, like, do I look like a man with a plan? And then they mapped out how
much of a plan he fucking had.
Just like the level of genius that went into every decision he made. And it was just like
The Dark Knight Rises, or not Dark Knight Rises, The Dark Knight is one of the best like superhero comic book movies.
Top 3, I'd say.
I would say top 3 as well, up there with Endgame.
So
just for pure and Endgame's I only think it's like the greatest because it's the end of a saga.
And also it just has like the most visually stunning scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I would say actually I preferred Infinity War over Endgame.
In terms of plot, Infinity War was better.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Endgame, like I was disappointed by the 5-year jump. And it was
I was
sad.
disappointed by the like middle hour and a half after they kill Thanos, and then it's the 5-year jump, and the time travel and stuff. Definitely did not give 2 shits about like the scenes in New York. Like there were some nice nods in there. It
was a fun movie.
Yeah, like, but like the middle hour and a half was just fan service.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's America's ass. And
still great. I still love that though.
And then the third person perspective of themselves in New York and all that stuff.
The
scene with Quill singing was fucking great.
That was fucking awesome. Whap knocks him out.
Worship and prayer.
Yep. WAP is worship and prayer, not what you heathens think it is.
I'm trying to compile like a list of my top superhero movies because I can't even like put them in order, but my top 5 I would say, because I can't even like list these in any way, would be The Dark Knight, Joker, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and then Infinity War Endgame. Like those are my 5 favorite superhero movies of all time.
I think that was 4. You said Dark Knight,
Infinity
Joker,
War, Endgame.
Infinity War. Oh, Endgame. Okay, yeah.
And I can't like list those in any particular order.
It's honestly, it changes for me. I know that the Dark Knight is like one that I will always love. Infinity War, I will always love. Endgame has to go with Infinity War.
Yeah, because
you can't just leave a movie with a bunch of unopened questions. Winter Soldier is great. That one grows on me every time I watch it,
dude. Bucky's theme. Like just that like ominous.
You know what? It's very Mandalorian like.
Yeah.
When you listen to it.
Maybe Mandalorian's very Bucky like.
He is, because he's kind of like the Mandalorians, I guess, were never villains per se. They were foes, but I wouldn't call them villains.
Yeah, no. They're
Boba Fett and Jango Fett were villains.
Yeah. But
Mandalorians, I wouldn't call them.
Death Watch is villains. But if you watch Clone Wars, like Satine is Kenobi's lover. So
Bo-Katan.
yeah, Bo-Katan. She's like chaotic neutral. She kind of did a lot of her own shit because she was a part of Death Watch initially.
Okay.
But then
I have not seen Clone Wars.
yeah, I won't get into it. But anyway, yeah, no, I feel like the Dark Knight and Joker, like as much as we prefer Marvel and DC, those are the ones that like will be like remembered as like films. Like they're like.
Yes, they stand alone.
Yeah.
Because the DC
like, I
universe
understand,
is so
like,
bad.
Yeah. Like, it's got a lot of... It's
got good moments.
It's like a puzzle, you know? It's got some great fucking pieces, you know? It's gonna make a beautiful picture. It's got Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Nailing
and she
it.
Nails it.
Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Nails
it. Joaquin Phoenix Joker, amazing.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, but they just like can't. And then they had Henry Cavill as Superman.
He's not coming back.
Yeah, no, that's why I said had.
Yeah, no, he's apparently been in touch with Marvel. Yeah, have you not heard that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Still trying to. I'm trying to sell it here. Trying to sell it. Gotta make a thumbnail, man. Just.
God damn, I love you.
So, they had the best possible Superman. Out of every actor, he's the best Superman. There is no one that stands up to it.
He did great.
Just the same as no one could be Wonder Woman over Gal Gadot. There is not a single person in this world more suited than her.
She was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's just tall, gorgeous, looks...
And buff.
Yeah, like
strong.
she looks like she was pulled out of Greek mythology, you know?
Yes.
Like, she's perfect.
And Henry Cavill played it perfectly. You know,
Yeah.
he got into the shape for it.
Yeah, and he just had the look. Like, you just look at him and like, yeah, that's Superman.
Yeah.
Even when he wasn't like in the outfit, like you looked at him and like, that's fucking Superman.
I mean, I liked Superman Returns with Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, no, it was okay.
I thought the girl who played Lois Lane was awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, he did a good job. Kevin Spacey was a good actor.
Do you know what? Yeah, he is a talented
He's just very
actor.
Problematic.
Yeah.
House of Cards was an incredible show
Yeah.
until the last season when the writing got awful.
Yeah. Then
And he molested little
we
boys.
here on Surprisingly Sober do not condone rape.
We don't
or
condone
Kevin Spacey. I love mixing up Kevin Spacey and Kevin Bacon in conversation when talking about rape. Like, wait, Kevin Bacon did what?
Kevin Bacon did nothing except create one of the greatest movies of all time. And I agree with Peter Quill that Footloose is one of the greatest movies of all
It
time.
never was.
It never was. Thanks, Rhodey.
That was Peter Parker.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is Footloose still the greatest movie of all time? It never was.
I forgot about that.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. That was
Yeah,
in
like
1984.
they have all the right pieces, and they just shit the bed with their fucking movies.
That's why we need to temper our expectations, especially when it's come out that it's said that it's going to be this Justice League movie is going to end on a cliffhanger.
Ooh.
They're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if they do, they're going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
I do not trust Warner Brothers.
I mean, like, fuck the original Justice League that came out, like the whoever cut, who did it? Joss Whedon?
Joss Whedon, yeah.
Yeah. Set up for Slade Wilson. Fucking give us that. I love Slade. Do you know who Slade is?
I don't know much about the DC universe.
He's the main villain of Teen Titans, the guy with the
Okay,
black
yeah,
and
yeah,
orange
yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us that. Give us fucking Raven live action, please.
Dude, I would love a Teen Titans. I remember Teen Titans.
They did a Teen Titans TV show, and it was actually terrible.
Yeah, it was. But like,
Yeah.
remember like the Teen Titans?
Oh
from
yeah,
when we
no,
were
that
kids?
that was and still is like the best superhero show yet. WandaVision just wasn't long enough. Like Teen Titans has like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
WandaVision and WandaVision's is a one and done.
Yeah.
Which rightfully so.
They said they're open to doing season 2s of some of the shows.
Yeah, but they didn't specifically say WandaVision, and I
Yeah.
don't think that there should be. Because it's over.
Yes, I guess WandaVision is over.
Yeah.
Because it was Wanda Television was the show, but because Wanda and Vision, it's cute. But yeah, so
It was cute.
it was cute. The dude, like,
I feel like I could be some redhead's Vision.
dude, like one scene
Not a
that
good
really
Vision.
got me in that show was the scene where she goes to the lot where the house was, and then she has the mental breakdown, causes the power surge.
That was so
and
sad.
then when Vision appears, like just that look on her face of like, I can have what I want, even though like deep down I know this isn't real. Like it was just like, me too, girl, me too. I get that feeling.
Oh, I get you, girl.
Yeah.
You gotta
But,
do the snap. It makes
yeah.
it sassier.
You know, it's like Emily visiting, you know? Like it's like,
I can have what I want, but it's not gonna last.
yeah. I know it's not real.
I thought that.
So you brought some topics to the podcast today.
Well,
right?
in WandaVision, I don't think that they really addressed the traumatic effect that Wanda had on the people very well.
yeah.
Like they showed glimpses of it.
Yeah.
You know?
And
but
then,
they
like,
don't-
at the end, where everyone's, like, kind of, like, begging her to free them.
Well, and like
But then, like,
These
how much of that
people-
was Agatha influence, you know?
now these people hate Wanda.
Oh, yeah, just, like, the look they all gave her
For-
she walked out of town.
For like a week, she had these people imprisoned in their
Yeah.
own fucking heads and making them do whatever she wanted them to do. These
Yeah.
people hate Wanda, and that's going to influence the world. Some people will be Team Wanda or Team Anti-Wanda.
I feel like the world's kind of collective view of Wanda has always been anti-Wanda. Because she was the villain of Age of Ultron. You know, like,
Yeah.
there was probably press coverage about this evil red magic using lady who caused the whole freak out and stuff like that.
And then in Civil War, she was a fugitive as well.
Yeah, she was a fugitive because she blew up a building and
Yeah,
killed a bunch of people.
You sound like Hayward, you know?
Yeah.
And then she stole Vision's body. Oh, wait, she didn't.
Yeah, so like she's always kind of been the like black sheep of
You know-
the MCU.
So you know what? It makes sense though, because when Sword first came in, you know, they didn't
Yeah.
use like they didn't say anything about Vision, but once they started seeing Vision, Hayward must have come up with it in his head that also the whole Hayward thing felt like the most Scooby-Doo-esque bullshit I've ever seen. It felt so Scooby-Doo like like oh, I'm going to shoot you now, you know, shoot the kids, and then, you know, the
Yeah,
bullets get
like-
stopped and then he's dragged away in handcuffs.
I feel like on some level he knew that the kids weren't real and that's why he shot at them. I don't know. Like, I don't understand why he started shooting at the kids.
Yeah, that was a
Like,
little
that
bit,
was just, like, so fucking weird.
the whole way they captured him was so very Scooby-Doo like,
Yeah.
you know? Like, this is who he really is.
And then he tries to drive away and he gets T-boned by Big Titty Darcy. God, she is a voluptuous woman.
I love that word.
Dude, the scene where she's in the circus uniform and she's walking away from Vision.
Yes.
And they just get that one good booty shot. Man, that cures depression.
It doesn't. We're still depressed.
Yeah, Kat Dennings, if you want to come on the podcast, there's not enough room on this middle seat for your ass.
Not with my ass.
Hey.
I have
Got the
birthing
birthing
hips.
hips.
Women get so weirded out when I tell them that. Those are nice hips, but they're these no birthing hips.
Yeah, it's because you're fucking pushing out shits the size of babies.
That's not wrong.
You've been training for years. All right. So,
Yes, I did bring some topics. Now that we're done with WandaVision.
Yeah, I have. I'm sure it's on your topic list. The stimulus checks.
No, but we can talk about that. Yeah.
All right, it went through. It went through.
So it went through, obviously, with amendments. So it's got to go back to the House. The stimulus checks.
Yeah.
Are they stimulus checks or relief checks?
I think it's COVID. It's the COVID relief bill, so I would assume it's relief checks.
Well, it's the American Rescue Package, is what it's called.
Yes. Now, something I want to talk to you about because no one's listening. Something smart that we should do is take all $1,400 of that dollars because we're financially okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
buy TVs.
As much as people like to think, like, well, yes, the government should give us money. Yes, I agree. But it is going to devalue the dollar to add $2 trillion to the market.
1.9 trillion. Okay, you're adding $100 billion to it.
Yeah, well, they're going to use that $100 billion to bomb a Syrian kid, so who cares?
You're not wrong.
Speaking of which, a coworker, no name dropping or anything, was just like, well, we don't want someone like Bernie. He just wants to give everything away for free. And I was just like, no, he wants to use tax dollars on the American people and not bombing children in third world countries.
Yes.
And they were like, that's not what we do with the money. And I was like, do you want me to pull what the military budget is for the year?
It's almost $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Next budget, it will be $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Because it's 940 billion, I think it is.
Yeah, and it only goes up. It's never going down, that's for sure.
No.
But anyway,
we are the world police.
So we should take our $1,400, put it in crypto. Straight to crypto, because adding $2 trillion to the market, no matter how you swing it, what the reason is, how it's going to help the economy, it will devalue the dollar. So what should we do with our dollars? Make them not dollars. See what I'm saying?
Convert them, yeah.
Yeah, so I think crypto will be on the rise.
So, especially because when the Dogecoin and Bitcoin things were going up, people were saying they were already talking about their next stimulus check going straight into it. Yeah. So people are going to be dumping their money. That's not what you're saying is not. I don't want to say it's not an original thought.
Yeah,
because
it's the arguably correct thought.
But also, you could also just say to put it into any currency. Yeah. Euros, Deutschmarks.
Hold on, let me pull up this.
Which I don't think they use Deutschmarks anymore. I think that was a Nazi thing, and I'm sorry.
There's a cryptocurrency, gonna be a slight plug, I suppose, called Cosmos, which is really up and coming quick, and I'm probably gonna just put all 14 into Cosmos. Yeah, I've been really researching crypto lately, and I gotta say, like, I think it's gonna be the one that has the most positive, lasting change.
Do you?
Like, I think it's going to be like a Bitcoin, like Bitcoin's like basically brother.
What's funny is when I had a girlfriend, I put $50. I bought $50 worth of Dogecoin. I ended up selling it before it went up, but I put $50 worth of Dogecoin, and it was worth .00001.
Yeah, that's half a penny.
No, it's 5 pennies. It's 0.05. Yeah, it's worth 5 pennies, or 4.9 or something like that right now.
No, I don't know.
Let me pull it up. But don't worry, it's on my.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Yeah, it is worth. It's worth 0.05.
Okay, it is 5 cents.
It's 5. It's a nickel.
Yeah.
A Dogecoin is worth a nickel.
Yeah.
Less than a year ago, it was not even worth.
I mean, like in the past month, it's really declined. But let's not worry about that.
Yeah, it's declined a little bit. Yeah, it got up to 8 cents.
Yeah.
Crypto, I don't know if I would go into a new one though.
It's not new, but it's for sure young.
Yes. Bitcoin is obviously with Dogecoin though, there's an unlimited market. It is never ending. But with Bitcoin, there's a certain amount in circulation.
There's a certain amount of Dogecoin.
But it goes up though. I thought there was an unlimited amount of Dogecoin.
No. There's a definitive amount. If there's an unlimited amount, then it's harder to
value
to regulate the price, because it's supply versus demand determines the price. If the demand is infinite, the supply is infinite, yeah, then it doesn't matter what the demand is. It's always going to be less than infinity.
Yeah. Well, but and then the other thing is too,
but there is a amount of Dogecoin.
The other thing is using it.
Yeah.
Putting it into the
That's
market.
why Ethereum is a good choice, because that's one that is actually like starting to gain traction as a currency more so than just being a cryptocurrency.
More so than just Bitcoin.
Yeah, more so than just being like, because people treat cryptocurrencies like stock.
Yes,
basically.
they do. And then that's not what they are. They are a currency.
Yeah, and Ethereum seems to be the one that's actually gaining traction, is like making that jump to like being used as a monetary system, like exchanging Ethereum for goods and services, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one upside to it. But I don't know, based on just like what late night research I did.
So the last 2 stimulus checks, I've gotten mine pretty fucking quickly. I'd say within like 5 days of them passing it and like it becoming a thing. So I'm definitely probably, if that continues, I'll be one of the first ones to get it.
Yeah.
So I will
mine super quick too.
So I will probably put a few $100 into crypto.
Yeah.
Probably Dogecoin a little bit back into Bitcoin, because I sold at like 40,000.
Yeah.
And I only had like
0.0
0.00001 of Bitcoin. Like I didn't have very much. I made good money on it, but then it went up to like $56,000 a Bitcoin, but it's come back to like 46,000.
Do you know what my peak was? 0.5 Bitcoin. Actually, no.
Your peak was.
Do you know what my
pretty high.
peak was? It was 280 Bitcoin.
And that was
we're
back-
not going to talk about that one.
Yeah, because what did you sell at?
I sold at $250.
Yeah.
Did I make a nice chunk of change off of something that I wasn't expecting to go anywhere? Yeah. Was I able to pay for my time in college and my Camaro? Yeah.
But did you buy pizza with it? How much did that guy spend on pizza?
It was like 800 cryptocurrency or something. Or 800
800 Bitcoin.
Fuck. Dogecoin.
Yeah. Guy spent 800 Bitcoins on pizza because he wanted to see how Bitcoin worked, and that would have made him a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
If he held on to it for a couple more years.
That one country singer, I think she was a country singer, like was offered like, I think 15,000 Bitcoin to play a concert. And she said no. Because like, it was like 2010 and it was just like, what is this?
But you can't
Bitcoin?
fault those people.
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
like,
I don't fault them. Like I regret selling my Bitcoin, but I'm not like, I should have known better. No one knew better. You
that's the thing.
hope. That's why you do it. Hope. The same reason you buy stock.
It's gambling.
Yeah, it's gambling.
It is gambling. And you don't know. As a normal person, you don't know. Even economists don't know.
Yeah, that's so, like, every economist would be billionaires if they knew.
Mm-hmm.
We'd probably have a trillionaire if you knew.
We'll have a trillionaire by 2030.
Oh,
By 2025.
I don't want to think about that.
By 2025.
It's gonna be
because
fucking...
Jeff Bezos is already at $250 million.
What's Elon at?
He went down. He's not the richest person anymore.
He's going down.
He's going down,
cocksucker.
and he's looking around. And sugar, he's going down swinging.
Elon Musk.
Net worth.
Oh, he talked about Cosmos recently. Cool. He's got $200 billion.
Yeah, and Jeff Bezos is at $250 billion.
Jesus.
Something around that line. But anyway, one of the topics I wanted to talk about today, we're going to make a hard switch from cryptocurrency. We're going to go way back into the 1930s, Taryn. So, as everyone who has listened to the podcast, which is you, me, some random people throughout the world, and my dad.
So, Trevor, 1930s, you're a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy. Let's hear your thoughts and opinions.
What's weird is actually that is where I'm going.
I know. I can feel it.
So my blonde hair, blue-eyed Aryan master race is going to talk to you about Henry Ford.
Oh yeah, you told me about this, and I was listening.
Well, I
Well, you
briefly
didn't tell me
mentioned.
about
I didn't tell
it.
you anything.
You told me you were going to talk about
That
it.
we're going to talk about this.
You-
So I'm going to preface this with, I was at work and somebody came in to my work and was talking to someone else. A customer came in and was talking to someone else about something, and they offhandedly mentioned something that sent me down a rabbit hole of epic proportions. So I went down a rabbit hole.
Well, what did they say?
They
I want
said
the same plot progression that you went through.
so. They were talking about this guy was talking about how he just restored a 1967 Ford Mustang.
Okay.
And he made some reference about how Henry Ford was very pro-Hitler in the 1930s. So I looked into it. And it's not some weird conspiracy theory. It's on his fucking Wikipedia page, which teachers who say Wikipedia is not a good not a good reference are, I would say, wrong for the most part on certain things.
I would say they're wrong for the most part in that you can just go down to the references at the bottom.
Yes. They're Wikipedia is very well regulated.
Yeah.
Some things get through.
Change something on Wikipedia. I guarantee you by tomorrow it will be changed back.
Yes. So,
and then you'll get banned from editing articles. I found that out at a young age.
Henry Ford, the man who started Ford, was very sympathetic towards Hitler. And it gets worse than that. He was very anti-Semitic. He wrote an article called The International Jew, which during the Nuremberg trials after World War II, many Nazis referenced as turning them anti-Semitic. Like prison guard Nazis. Ones who guarded Auschwitz and Dachau, referenced as saying that this is what caused them to do it.
That's the equivalent of being like, Elon Musk told me to hate Jews, so I hate Jews now.
You're not wrong. Henry Ford is also referenced in Mein Kampf as being the only American who is putting it to the Jew.
You know what's really...
Because Hitler was Jews run the world.
You know what's really funny about this? I'm sure Trump has said like similar things about like Boris Johnson or like other people like that, just in other countries. Like they're the only one in their country that's, you know, like really sticking it to the shithole countries, you know, like that is something that I so hear coming out of his mouth.
You are not wrong.
Yeah.
So I was reading and I was looking more into this and I was finding other articles during the 20s. Henry Ford had a newspaper called the Dearborn Independent, because the Dearborn, Michigan is where the
Dearborn?
Dearborn, DEA.
Yeah, no, but like you misspoke and you said Dearborn.
No, Dearborn Independent, because Dearborn, Michigan is where the Ford plant is. The Ford HQ is just outside of Detroit. It's a suburb. Mm-hmm. And they posted many anti-Semitic articles and things like that. And it was required for every Ford dealer and franchise to have this publication and give it to customers. And it actually almost cost Ford his company because there was so much pushback from all the anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
And I just want everyone to know, the reason that this is so shocking to me is because I have only ever owned Fords.
So are you making the switch to Chevy?
No.
Oh.
Fuck Chevrolet. But
Chevrolet. Fuck you.
That's its name.
I know, but still, like, who says it?
That's like you going, Saint Laurent, it's Saint. I don't know. It's the same fucking thing.
No, that'd be like, oh, there's that new Saint Laurent shirt. It's Yves Saint Laurent. That's the equivalent. And no one likes those people. It's croissant. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up.
You know what's funny is Chevrolet is a French word.
Ho ho.
It's a French name because it was named after a Frenchman. But so I was shocked by this because I'm a Ford guy, you know.
And you just like never even heard about it.
I never knew about it.
I mean, dude, we're Marvel guys, and it's owned by Disney.
Oh yeah,
dude,
fucking
like,
Walt Disney. The
I feel like every week you could just like pull a random famous person out of a hat that was like around in like the 20s, 30s, and it'll just be like, and they hate the Jews.
It was very common amongst the people who actually ran the world.
They hated the Jews, just weren't open about it.
Yeah.
They were sympathetic to the Jews.
Well, no, what's even crazier though is how sympathetic and open Henry Ford's connection was with Adolf Hitler, not Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler specifically. Yeah. Adolf Hitler kept a picture of Henry Ford in his office.
So you're saying he simped for Henry Ford?
Yes.
Man, Henry Ford caused the Holocaust?
So in 1947, I think it was, apparently this is just hearsay. Henry Ford had several strokes throughout his life. He had like a few. Yeah. And apparently the one that finally killed him was from him watching Holocaust footage and realizing
like what
he had contributed to.
Damn.
Which
fucking deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and so we all know that Volkswagen was created by Hitler. The Beetle was created by Hitler to be a utilitarian vehicle for African terrain, because everyone forgets about the African theater of World War II. It was very big. It's what led the General Patton to go through Sicily and Italy and defeat them. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole. But
yeah, you are.
He modeled the Volkswagen production after Henry Ford's Model T production. He wanted it to be the German Model T, which it was.
Speaking of people who deserve to die, did you see that video of the guy getting hit by the car on Reddit today?
No.
All right, so I don't think he died. I think he's just in the hospital. So this dude went up to this car to rob them at gunpoint, and I guess like whatever happened, the dude starts running away to his getaway car, and the people in the car pull out and start chasing after him. They hit him. He flings up in the air and accidentally shoots himself in the face. Like, the impact caused him to pull the trigger, and he shot himself. And that's what Henry Ford fucking deserves. For his stroke that killed him. He deserved getting hit by the car, flipping up, and then shooting himself.
Yeah, so the thing was, like, just to clarify, with the Dearborn Independent, which was a newspaper that he created. Yeah. Not that he created, he bought and then took over. Yeah. He had his assistant be the chief editor of the paper, and apparently it came out because it was only in the 20s. It didn't go into the 30s because they were sued for defamation by anti-Semitism groups. Yeah. People who were
human rights groups.
Yes. Yeah. Human rights groups. And they were sued, and I think they were only like for like 8 or 9 years. Yeah. Putting out anti-Semitic material. But there was a trial for a defamation, and one of the people who worked at the paper said that Henry Ford had input on every article that went out. So it was very clear that Henry Ford was anti-Semite. Yeah. And it's just so crazy that this person, Nazi Germany gave him the highest honor, the highest medal that a foreigner can receive. You know? like the Medal of Honor of Nazi Germany.
So
Henry Ford received that from Adolf Hitler.
So you're telling me
That
that the My Pillow guy is the Henry Ford of today?
well, that would be equating Trump to Hitler.
Yeah, and Trump.
And we talked about that last episode.
Trump's not talented enough to be Hitler.
You're not wrong. So, okay, that's something I want to talk about. I've started listening to a new podcast, and I fucking love it. And it's a huge podcast, and I don't know why I haven't started listening to it. It's called
Hardcore History.
No, I've been listening. I've listened to that for a while. Dan Carlin doesn't put out much. Dan Carlin's also from Eugene.
Cool.
Yeah.
What am I vooping about?
What's the fucking name of the podcast that I've been listening to? I'm very drunk right now. Pod Save America. Pod Save America is what it's called. And it's run by guys who have worked on Democratic staffs. A couple of them worked on Barack Obama. Like they were part of Barack Obama's presidential staff. Mm-hmm. Like they were speechwriters for Barack Obama. So they're obviously left.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. That's where the world is going. And we need to stop being this conservative bullshit. We need to progress.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I'm all for fair debate and discussion, but, like...
The conservatives need to hold the progressives back from progressing too fast, is how I see it. Because progressing too fast, you get ahead of yourself, so you put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
So,
But, go ahead.
One thing that I am just so fucking sick of is, like, old people.
You're not wrong.
Because they're...
I don't even know where you're going, but you're not wrong.
The constant mentality is like, well, back in my day, back in this time, back then. It's not this time anymore. It's not back in the good old days anymore. Time is moving forward. Oh, well, back in the good old days, we respected our elders like this. Cool. It's fucking 60 years later. Time's changed. Fucking get in your geriatric home, shut the fuck up, and let us shape our future. So I'm trying to force your past on our future. Yes.
No, so something that somebody actually said today at work for me was kind of funny. I have, so there's 3 of us who do the same job. I was born in 95, one was born in 83, and the other was born sometime in the late 60s. So you have early millennial.
The 3 of you have experienced very different lives.
Early millennial, late millennial, and me, and then boomer.
He's not a boomer.
Gen Xer.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's early Gen Xer.
Yeah.
So early Gen Xer, and he was going off about how millennials were shit. My generation was shit.
Yeah.
And middle millennial or early millennial goes, well, your generation is the one that gave all those millennials participation trophies and ruined the housing market. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude, like his generation could get a fucking job flipping burgers at Wendy's and then pay a mortgage.
Yeah.
Like, we aren't living the same world as you anymore.
It's a completely different world.
Back in my day, you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps.
That's physically impossible.
Really? You could just get any job anywhere because everywhere was hiring constantly at a wage that could fucking feed a family. Now, you could be qualified out the ass and still struggle to fucking make ends meet. Like, go fuck yourself, you old sack of shit. I know who this is, too. The fucking fat sack.
We've talked about it a lot.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So,
fuck you, Parker.
Porker.
Oh, man. Please call him blank Porker. Just next time, dude, next time he makes his fucking little racist Asian voice joke, just be like, whatever you say, Porker.
Peter Porker.
All right, you're going in on it.
Yeah, Peter Porker.
Yeah.
No, so
wait,
the
so
reason
is his name Peter? Like, is that like what would be on his driver's license?
Probably. But anyway, he's never going to see this. He doesn't know how technology works.
Yeah, he's a fucking almost a boomer.
He does this thing when he doesn't know the answer to a question, when somebody asks him, he goes, "I am not knowing," which is incredibly fucking racist.
Yeah.
Because he does a fucking shitty fucking accent. What were we talking about though before we got into this? Oh no! Okay, so I was talking about Pod Save America,
and then I was shitting on old people wanting things like the good old days.
So I was talking about Pod Save America. They
Yeah.
made a good point on their podcast, which I also appreciate too, because they do polls. So they'll they'll go to a company who does like polls and get like actual statistics and stuff like that, which I think is so fucking great. Especially since they're a political podcast. But they made a good point about how Trump is as a leader,
Yeah.
because he is now the leader of the Republican Party, which is crazy to think
Yeah.
that the host of The Apprentice
Is the
leader of the
is
Republican
the
Party
god where they built a golden statue of him and praised it.
at CPAC. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, man, I thought you guys were the like religious party. What was that about? False gold idols?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That was something that I remember in my Bible study book.
Yeah.
But so as a leader, he is not good. He does not lead. He will be like, where is the group of Trump supporters going, and jump out in front of that.
Yeah.
He does not lead. He jumps out in front of.
He
and
picks
then
the
pretends to
popular
lead.
trend.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like searching Twitter, 4chan hashtags, and jumping out in front of those.
Looking at all the furry porn.
He's not into furry porn. He's definitely a urination kind of guy.
4chan is mostly furry porn.
Is 4chan an app or a website?
It's a website.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a message board. So it's kind of like Reddit, just chaotic.
Reddit's not chaotic?
4chan's more chaotic. So one counter argument I have to Pod Save America using polls.
Polls are obviously bullshit.
Yeah, because like I would never participate in a poll. If someone came up to me holding a clipboard and were like, "Good, do you have some time to answer questions?" I'm gonna say no. Like, I remember one time I just kind of like, I was in Pioneer Square in Portland, pretty notable place, and
For Portlanders,
I'm
yeah.
walking this way, and this guy just starts beelining at me holding a clipboard, and I just kind of politely just like, no. And he just still keeps coming at me. He's like, "Sir, do you have a minute?" I was like, "No, I'm busy." And he's like, I just have a few questions. And I was just like, "Dude, go fuck yourself," and then walked away. Like,
See,
I said no twice.
I was 15 or 16 when I was walking through a mall in a different city I'd never been to when that had happened to me, when somebody came up to me with a clipboard, and I answered it, and I spent 20 minutes watching a fucking trailer about the City of Embers, you know, that book that they turned into a movie.
Nope.
I never ended up seeing the movie, but I had to participate in some fucking stupid fucking shit because I was too naive and too fucking anxious to say no.
Dude, a skill that I've acquired that I'm really happy I acquired it is I can finally just say no without giving an excuse.
I wish I had that skill.
Yeah. Like, "Hey, do you want to go do this?" No. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, because like for so long, like my friend Ashley recently asked me if I wanted to go on a hike. I said, "No, I don't want to." Like, old Taryn would have to be like, "Oh no, I'm busy doing this."
I feel
Even
the
though
same
I'm
way.
not fucking busy.
I feel like I'm on the verge right now.
Yeah.
Like, I want to give you an excuse so you feel better about this, but I also don't care, so I might just say no.
Well, it's not even that I don't care. It's that I'm just like, that is not something I want to do with my day off. Like, if you want to propose something that I do want to do with my day off, I'll happily participate. But unless you want to literally just come, like, lay in my bed and watch anime with me, the answer is probably going to be no.
That's fair.
Because lately with my days off, I've just been laying in bed. That's a different problem.
That is a different problem.
Yeah. Anyway, segues are weird. You like sports?
Let's talk about sports. NBA All-Star Weekend is this week.
Who cares?
I've never cared about All-Star Weekend. Not since the dunk contest between Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson. Remember when Dwight Howard like ripped off his jersey to reveal the Superman?
Yeah,
and he did the dunk, from the fucking free
where
throw line?
he didn't dunk it.
Yeah, he didn't dunk it. He threw it in.
Yeah.
But then Nate Robinson, the fucking 5'10" guy, jumped over Dwight Howard and dunked it.
Yeah.
That was the last time I ever cared. And I think that was like 2009 or 2010.
Yeah.
Actually, no, maybe even earlier, like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was like a small child.
The last time I cared about it and it ruined my life was watching Arab there, professional street ball basketball player, do a 360 between the leg dunk like a fucking animal. This dude also can do like a 720 dunk. Like, he is just an incredible dunker. He's 6'2", so he's not
very tall.
Yeah, he's not tall, and he's
not tall for dunking because it's a 10-foot hoop.
He just has an insane level of athletic ability when it comes to dunking. And then so they did like a open entry dunk contest, and he won it. And as his reward, he got to give LeBron James the dunk trophy.
I remember that, yeah.
And it was just like, one of these guys is the much better style dunker, which is what the dunk contest is. It's not a testament of like basketball skill. It's how cool can you dunk the ball.
Yeah, that's what the dunk contest is.
And LeBron wouldn't win against Arab there. He does not have the tricks.
No, and I remember after the Nate Robinson thing, like the next year, I was like so excited to watch, and I'm fairly certain, if I remember correctly, I'm very drunk right now, so I don't know. It was a guy. Don't touch me. I'm gonna fill this back up.
No.
This will be my third one.
Oh, Dad.
Like half the fucking glass too. I'm gonna hate tomorrow.
Yeah, really gearing up for your days off in a
surprisingly regretful podcast. But the very next year in the dunk contest, it was someone who jumped up really high and blew out a birthday candle that was on the back of the rim.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
The dumbest fucking thing ever. And everyone was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest thing ever.
I mean, like, when there's only so many things you can physically do, like, reasonably in a dunk contest. I get it, where, like, you got to think outside of the fucking box. Like, I think probably out of the dunk contest, like the NBA dunk contest, is one of the most impressive things is the throwing it off the side of the backboard and dunking it. Like, that is probably, like, the last new impressive thing I've seen out of it.
Yeah, the alley-oop to yourself.
Well, no, off the side of the backboard.
Oh, off the small corner. Yeah.
Yeah, like, that was impressive because, like, also you just have to think of logistically, like, the range that you have to travel to jump, catch the ball off the side, and then dunk it.
Now,
like,
I want to put it out there that we can do none of this.
Well, yeah, no shit.
But, like,
you can still judge others' talent.
But
everyone on American Idol is a better singer than me, but I'm still gonna judge them.
Dude, the Pants on the Ground guy is so good. Remember Pants on the Ground?
No.
The homeless guy who was singing like Pants on the Ground. It was just a rap, so it wasn't actually singing. It went viral. It was like one of the first viral videos, like 2010.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was the thing.
I love it whenever like there's a few times where like someone will be giving like a good singing performance, then they'll start doing metal vocals, and they're just like, no. Like, I get that's not the place for metal vocals, but I still appreciate it. Like, this one chick started doing it, and then she started flipping off the people and then left the stage. Because, like, she went into it knowing she wasn't going to win. She didn't care. She was just there to be punk.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, so with All-Star Weekend, what I really want to talk about is our boy, Damien Lillard. The man who is probably the most valuable player to his team.
Yeah.
That is what MVP is.
He is.
The Lakers have Anthony Davis. If LeBron goes out, they have LeBron if Anthony Davis goes out.
Yeah. Like, he is the most impactful player for his team.
So they have had CJ McCollum, as we call him 3J, because he shoots threes like fucking butter.
Yeah.
They've had Yusuf Nurkic go down, and they've had Harry Giles go down.
Yeah.
And Zach Collins go down. Their starting lineup
Is down.
Is down
And
almost
Dame
70 to 80%.
And Dame is still fucking spanking ass cheeks.
Yeah. So he is the most valuable player to his team. Without that, the Blazers aren't very much. Yes, other players have stepped up. Enes Kanter, Gary Trent Jr., Covington, Derrick Jones Jr. have all stepped up and done fucking fantastic. They're doing the best since LaMarcus Aldridge left the team.
Fuck LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, that fucking little bitch. But he was honestly one of the first people to start going to other teams to like win a championship. And I think he did with the Spurs. Or he got really close. I can't remember when the Spurs last won a championship.
I remember, like, in our lifetime, the first pylon team.
The Celtics?
Yeah. Like, that was just
Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. Like, that was just the most annoying time because you just watch a Boston game like, all right, I know it's going to happen.
But what was so weird is that team was fun to watch.
Yeah, it wasn't really that fun because, like, they
had close games, though. They weren't a pile-on team. Like, yes, they had superstars come to that team, but they weren't, like, blowing people out like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry were.
Yeah.
On the Warriors. Yeah. I'm so glad the Warriors are, like, I don't want to call them mediocre because they were on par with the Blazers now.
Yeah.
But they're not
mediocre
what they used
compared to what they were.
Yes.
Yeah. It'd be like a Laker team suddenly going, like, below 50% win rate.
Yeah, 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would just, like, be like that. Like, yeah, there's going to be half the teams in the league are going to be below. That's how the game is fucking played. But, like, to have the Lakers down there would be like oh, shit, they fell off.
Yeah. Yeah. Dame needs more respect.
Definitely.
And Stephen A. Smith, like I was talking to you about before the podcast, Stephen A. Smith, that joke of a person, was talking about how Dame needs to go to a bigger market so he can get that respect.
Yep, gotta keep the ratings up with the pylon teams.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need to.
No.
He's doing it here. You just need to cover him like you do Giannis in Milwaukee, Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Those are fucking nothing cities.
They're shithole cities.
Yeah, I wouldn't live in Kansas City. Fuck that place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't live in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I wouldn't live in Green Bay.
Hell no.
Yeah, Green Bay's not even the biggest town in Wisconsin. You have Milwaukee. Like you just need to cover him like you do the other people, and he will earn that respect.
I feel like Portland is just like such like it's a big city.
It's a huge city. There's 2 million people that live here.
It's just like so kind of weirdly niche that I feel like a lot of people just like don't want to talk about it for whatever reason. Like,
it's one of those cities that goes under the radar.
Yeah.
That and it's one of those cities like Austin, like, and I know that's a common.
To keep it weird.
Well, it's a common comparison with Austin because they both have the keep it weird, and they're both.
I just found out not too long ago that Austin was keep it weird first.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But like they're also very blue spots in very red areas.
Yeah.
Because Oregon has deep.
In terms of square footage, Oregon is very red, but in terms of population, it's very blue. Because Portland.
Yeah. Well, Oregon has very deep
racism
in it. The state was founded on
Yeah.
racism
Yeah.
in a way, which is fun because the Oregonian, the main newspaper of the state, always like once a year will push this article they did a couple years ago about how the state was founded, and it's always a fun read.
Yeah.
It's a very racist state.
Yeah.
For how blue it is,
Yeah.
it's incredibly racist.
Yeah. But no, like, I feel like Portland's like definitely one of the coolest cities in the country in the way of like, it just has so much. Like,
while also feeling very small. You're not like overwhelmed. Like this isn't New York or LA where there's so much.
Well, like the thing about like New York and LA is like there's so much of the same.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's kind of just one New York experience where like Portland, like there's a lot to experience in such a small space.
And it's also very unique to the city.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, New York and LA are international, so they kind of have to do a thing where they keep interest in the international aspect of it. You know, like we want to go to Hollywood and see all the Hollywood movie stars in LA, and then in New York we want to go see the Big Apple. You know.
Yeah.
But Portland is like, we are Portland. We're keeping it weird. You know, we're come see our weird coffee houses.
And also, I feel like Portland
and our homeless people,
for the size and the population, we definitely have like one of the best food cultures in the country. In the way of just like we have great of everything. Like, you know, like people from Philly will probably hate this, but we have some banging cheesesteak spots that I've hit up that are just fucking great.
Yeah, because we don't put cheese whiz on them.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like cheese whiz.
I mean, like, have you ever had a cheesesteak with cheese whiz on it?
I think you made one for me once.
No, I haven't.
Oh, then
I haven't. It's phenomenal. It is magically delicious in ways that words can't describe.
Like Lucky Charms?
No.
Because they're magically delicious.
I hate you.
That's their slogan.
I know.
You said it.
I know. But no, then we have like tons of great Asian food. We have one of the best ramen shops in the country.
Which one?
Afuri. Afuri. It's a sister ramen shop to Afuri in Japan, which is one of the most revered ramen shops in the world. And we're the only other one in the world here in Portland.
Really?
Yep. So we fucking win.
We fucking fuck, yo.
Like, people like to say it's overrated and then list off their super niche ramen shop that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm really big on ramen.
Yeah,
but anyway,
like ramen.
No, like we just have like so much just good, but for whatever reason, because we're in this weird corner of like weirdness, people like to kind of just like forget about Portland.
You're right.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it though.
No, it's
like,
kind of like being that underdog, like the Blazers.
Yeah.
Like we're good enough to compete with you, but you also forget about us as a team.
And it also makes it more enjoyable because imagine if like the volume of people that like do tourism for LA and New York were doing that in Portland. That would be obnoxious.
Yeah.
If there was that volume of people just flooding in from other places. Like we get people from Vancouver and that pisses us off.
Yeah, like you're right across the fucking river.
Yeah, just stay on your side of the river.
Stay on your side of the river in your fucking state.
There's borders for a reason, okay?
We're going to build a wall.
Oh, dude, I had a coworker. Biden stopped building the wall. Now we're getting more immigrants than ever. It's like, well, the wall was never there to begin with, so it's probably more so that people want to come to the country again.
Like, it's like one of those things where you're pissed off that people are coming to the thing that you built that is so great.
Yeah.
Like, they want to come to a place that is better.
Because you were accidentally born here, you're entitled to it, but they're not. Because they were born 5 miles south of you.
For some people, yeah. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
People born in El Paso, someone born 5 miles away from you is not worthy enough to live where you live.
Yeah. Like, that is some fucking American entitlement right there.
When this whole fucking country was based off people escaping.
Yeah. Escaping and coming somewhere where we could come together as a community and make something better.
Yeah.
So let's exclude other people.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
They're assholes.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, the more I think about it, where you were born is a fucking accident. Like,
you had no choice in it. So
Yeah.
don't act like you are better because of it.
yeah, don't act like this is my country. No, it fucking isn't.
I love the analogy of the cards you were dealt.
Yeah.
When you're playing poker, is it your fault you were dealt a bad hand?
Yeah.
It's not.
Like, you're not a cheater for being dealt a good hand. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't know. Like, so basically, being born in El Paso is like, you were dealt like 3 aces. Like, you're already got a good hand going, and there could be, you know, like, more on the table. You know, there could be 2 kings. Now you got a full house. You know, you're fucking killing it today. I don't know how fucking poker works. Just to let the analogy keep going.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
for whatever reason, okay, so say you're dealt 3 aces. And then the dude across from you is dealt a 4, an 8, and a 9. He's got nothing going on. And then the dealer has 2 kings on the table. You're fucking mad at the guy with the 4, 8, and 9 because, well, why is he getting those? That's not fair. He wasn't dealt those cards. Why does he have a pair now at his disposal? That's not fair. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You already have 3 aces in your hand.
Yeah. So, well.
Racist fucking people.
Yeah. The people are racist and they think that it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. We should probably
Wrap it up.
Probably wrap it up.
Wrap it up? All
We
right.
got here a lot sooner than I thought.
Okay.
Our Popeyes got here a lot quicker than I thought.
Ooh. I can take away the outro if you want to go. Is it here? Like here?
He'll be here in a few minutes.
Okay, cool. So thank you for watching this week. We will be talking about Bring Me the Horizon this coming Friday.
Ugh.
Have you listened to it at all?
A little bit.
Yeah. Do you listen to Dear Diary and then just be like, I'll come back to this later?
No, I haven't listened to that one yet.
Oh, didn't listen to the first song?
No, I listened to the ones that I've heard.
Oh, okay.
Obey
Okay.
with Youngblood.
Youngblood.
And that other one with the other person that I've heard of. There's another song featuring someone that I've heard of.
Amy Lee.
Anyways, I don't remember.
She's the singer of Evanescence. And then there's Baby Metal. And then...
Oh, Baby Metal, that's the one. That's what I
Okay,
meant.
dude, that one slaps.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it does.
so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We're gonna go eat some Popeyes. We are r/.
Surprising Twit on
yeah.
Twitter and Surprisingly Podcast on Instagram.
He just knocked. We are r/ signing off.